Jesus come. Have you made your decision yet? Have you figured out it? Did Jesus come for all people? Um, yeah, like he didn't just come for maybe a specific group or language or a culture. And that's kind of a given. That's what we talk about often. So we say that, we know that, we do that. That is going to be challenged today by Jesus himself. Like I said, maybe some of you have heard this story from Jesus' life. So Matthew's in that place, Jesus drew to the region. My daughter is demon possessed and suffering terribly. So his came to him and urged him, send her away, for she is crying out after us. He answered, I was only the lost sheep of Israel. Woman, me, she said. Maybe Jesus' interaction is a little, but to him, totally, right? She has a demon possessed daughter. That can't be easy. It's hard for us to get our followers. Jesus actually says to the woman, right? When he finally turns to her and she keeps pleading with him, and he finally turns. And you know how it ends. What distance, her great faith, like Jesus says, another situation, other end of the spectrum. Okay? And this story, young rich man. This man had his life relatively together. Child, in fact, when he came to Jesus, he wasn't worried about anything. He said, well, you know the Ten Commandments, love your, honor your father, don't. And kind of kept all those laws since I was a kid. He was right. He probably, his parents obviously had taught him the Ten Commandments and how to obey God and love God and love your neighbor. He kind of knew all that stuff. He had success. He didn't really have issues. So how do you say, well, you're right. Good job. Keep doing it. And then follow me. And the man leaves because he had great wealth. Now here's the thing: which story, the Canaanite, the young, or sad? Just think to yourself, or which story offends Jesus, or which makes you think that Jesus is less just? Because how you personally, this is going to be different for everyone, but how you think about that will start to help tell you how you think of yourself and God. So let's walk through these two, just for a minute. The rich young man in the eyes of everybody there, yep, deserved it. Very obedient, good, helpful to society. And yet, the woman was persistent. Man in front of me. He's at things. I got people. It wasn't only in Jesus, was it? He had a little more faith. And it ends up that the woman is helped, and the man walks away. Put them together in your head. How do they help us see? Did Jesus come to save all people? Right? He came for the rich man. just as much as he came for the Canaanite woman. He crosses nationalities and boundaries, and languages and culture and socioeconomic lines and education that doesn't mean anything to God, does it? He sent you for all people. And so how does a person in any place, how do they get that salvation or receive that forgiveness from their Lord? It's through faith, isn't it? So many times if you listen to Jesus' life, like he says to the woman, your great faith has healed her. To you, to her, faith has healed you. Faith. So important. This is kind of the point of this lesson today. Does that make sense? Because the moment we put our faith, we are losing sight. That's what right. It's good that keep us inside and that woman comes up to Jesus, and what does she say right away? Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. What is she? The rich man came up to Jesus and he said, "Hey, teacher, right? Help me out. I want to learn a little lesson." But what does she call Jesus? Not teacher, Lord. If you call someone Lord, that means you're making them into like your master or your king. You put yourself under their authority. So she's saying, "Look, I don't want advice from you. I want you to rule my life. You're it, Jesus." Jesus is now. Here's our first. You kind of keep good things coming. Well, I'll keep praying. But as soon as you kind of stop being beneficial, well, I'll cut you off. Right? That's our first lesson from the humble faith of this woman. After Jesus kind of blows her off, speaks to her, blowing off, and even speaks to you like that, would you keep praying to him or asking him? You might be like, "Fine, I'm out of here. I don't need you." Jesus is it. Nothing else in her life. And then finally, she says, finally, after Jesus confronts her with the dog comment, she says, "Yes, pretty good parent. I I'm a hard worker. I drive a truck, whatever, right? Like I got okay. Christ who coaches, right? Of kind of forcing her to be humble, to show her humility in his eyes. That's the same who takes us by the hand today and leads us along and says, "This is what I'm talking about." I'm saying, when you walk with me in faith, this is what it looks like. Faith doesn't defend itself. Faith doesn't on others. Faith doesn't. Faith Him in the full and free